I woke up this morning, tied my boots up, cause I knew it was gonna be a long day. Fired my truck up, grabbed my coffee, kissed my baby, and got on my way. Cause I'm working till it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's pay. So I'm working even when it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's wage. Yeah, I'm up early with the birdies, ready to get dirty. This ain't a song for you if you asleep at 7:30. I rise like the sun on the bag of the pounds, at full throttle in the bottle like that homemade shine. I'm just trying to make a living, boss man tripping, my overtime strong, I don't pay him no attention. Money in the mason jar, country boy pitching. Old lady, 3 kids, take a lot to fill the kitchen. Fingernails dirty, my back stay hurting. You can bet I got a plan for every penny that I'm earning. I ain't asking for a raise, but I know the boss hurt me. Nobody on this job site's working like I'm working. 30 below to 100 degrees, and you ain't pushing hard enough if your hands don't bleed. I'm the first to clock in and the last to leave, and I ain't never had a problem rolling up my sleeves. I woke up this morning, tied my boots up, cause I knew it was gonna be a long day. Fired my truck up, grabbed my coffee, kissed my baby, got on my way. Cause I'm working till it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's pay. So I'm working even when it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's wage. I'm out the door by sunup, focused on the come up. We never sleep in, that ain't how we was brought up. I push it to the limit when the money gets low, and been on the work pass when the plant whistle blows. Paycheck feeling like a lottery ticket, I might save a couple bucks if my kids don't spend it. Don't matter cause I love it every day of my life. Spend more time on the clock than I do with my wife. State to state, never late, putting miles on the road. Drop it off, fill it up, get me to my next load. Call my old lady, let her know I'll be late, and I ain't worried cause I know that she gon' save me a plate. I told you 30 below to 100 degrees, and you ain't pushing hard enough if your hands don't bleed. I'm the first to clock in and the last to leave, and I ain't never had a problem rolling up my sleeves. I woke up this morning, tied my boots up, cause I knew it was gonna be a long day. Fired my truck up, grabbed my coffee, kissed my baby, got on my way. Cause I'm working till it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's pay. So I'm working even when it's hurting, and that's the only way to make an honest day's wage.
Coming to you live on the air.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast, The Dark Side Up, the live stream edition. Thank you. Podcast, your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door, talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We're telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor, who has won and lost fortunes. Joining me, as always, is the greatest producer of all time, the one, the only, the original, the mighty Bell. How are you doing tonight, Bell?
You know what? That song was perfect for the day I've had. I mean, look, the sleeves are even rolled out.
Yeah, you had a good one, huh? Is that where you're going with? I know you had a lot going on, but
I had a lot going on.
Is that it? That's the way that you feel.
And all of it involved working.
You know, I was actually going to finish my monologue tonight, but I got a comment. I actually got a comment on the live stream video that I did this morning, and we never get any comments on those things, man. They go, uh, they're relevant while we're talking. As soon as we're done talking, they're effectively irrelevant. But I know we have some members that rewatch those because we got some international folks that follow the channel a little bit. So yeah, I got no problem continuing to do them. I like to. Jesus, we paid all this money to build out a studio. We might as well use a studio. But yeah, it's the folks who only hit us occasionally or only watch little tiny bits and pieces of it, just digest us slowly, which is probably the way to go. He dropped a comment, and it was it's natural. It's the stuff that I get. It's the kind of thing that I get, and it was basically, why are you launching a token with Aegis? You've been on and on about not everything needs a token, and yeah. So I mean, it's natural attack mode, man. That's it. Nobody emails me to say, "Boy, Scott, you're doing a good job." I don't know how many of those emails like that you get, Bell, but I can't imagine it's any different than what what I get inundated with. And I'll explain it again though. We need it because we're launching a privacy application. We're launching an application that may or may not fall under the Data Retention Act. Now, we have no clarity on that. We have there's no direction for us here. We're swimming into uncharted world. And the one thing that can never ever happen is for this app to go down in the event that Bell and I get served any kind of cease or desist. Once it launches, it belongs to everybody. So even though we are a licensed corporation, we're a C corp. We can always get served. That could happen. And for the most part, if the SEC decides to do it, they don't need a reason. They can just send the cease and desist. We lawyer up, they lawyer up, and we let this play out. But in the meantime, the app just completely dies. Everything that we're doing out here completely dies. So it has to be able to survive us. The only way for that thing to survive us is to have a decentralized autonomous organization in the event that something happens to Bell and I and the rest of the board of directors. So we're actually launching a token in a decentralized space because it's necessary for us to do it. I'm not even asking you to buy it. I'd like to see a show of hands of how many people that have listened to me talk about this and I've said you need to buy this token. I'll wait. Bella, look at the comments. I'm pretty sure you're not going to see any because there aren't any. I've never said buy the token. As a matter of fact, I recommend you stay out of it. But we do need it so that it can survive the potential demise of Bell and myself. Now, what do I think about it personally? It's going to do well, man. It's going to do well because the app's going to do well. This is not financial advice. In fact, I want to get on record real clear here. You guys need to stay out of this. Nobody has done this before. I'm betting my fortune on it because it's something that we can actually control in a space that is effectively uncontrollable. It's the right way to do business. It's the right way business should be happening out here in the DeFi space. And even though Bella and I seem to be the only ones who see it, we have to absolutely practice what we preach in this case. And this app is important, not just because it's utilizing Jackal, even though it is important because it's utilizing Jackal, but it's important because we need to illustrate to the crypto space that you guys are fucking wrong. About 95% of what you're doing and what you're saying, you guys are wrong and we're right. And we're going to show them. Now, I understand that sounds like bluster, and I get it, man. Look, Bella and I have been in the trenches out here for a long time, and we can spot bullshit. That is our gift. And if you've been up and down as hard as I've been up and down and Bell's been up and down, you're certainly going to you can develop a knack for spotting the bullshit. So I understand how it comes off with what I'm saying and the way I'm saying it. I completely understand. And if it was anybody else, I'd be saying you're full of shit. It's just pure bluster. But this relies solely on me. This relies solely on my ability to actually turn this into a viable product, or turn this into a functional and profitable business. So I'm not going to bust my own balls because I know I'm capable of it. Is it going to be a rocky road? Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a rocky road, man. We're up against monsters that can absolutely lean on us and put the screws to us to try to make us go away. So I certainly recognize that. But just because something is hard doesn't mean that it shouldn't be tried. And that's why we're doing it. That's why we're doing every single bit of this every single way. And yeah, I'm comfortable with it, man. I don't expect anyone to come on this ride with us. I wouldn't. If I was on the outside looking in, I wouldn't touch it. Nope, this is not the thing, not the way, because we're going against market sentiment. But the questions that I got on the morning stream actually really started to put this into some perspective for me, because I got some questions from people who have been with us for a long time, Bell. They've been with us for a long time. They know my mind on most things. And one of the first questions I got is, where will the token be listed? Well, obviously, it's going to be listed on Astrovault. Astrovault is a partner of ours. We want to support them. Now, I spent a half hour this morning talking about the advantages and disadvantages of doing what we're doing. But I've long been an advocate that you don't need to have your token on a centralized exchange unless the only thing you have to offer is a token. And in which case, yeah, it needs to be everywhere, man. It needs to be on centralized exchange, every DeFi exchange. It needs to be in the hand of key opinion leaders. It needs to be in the hands of all of these people to get people to buy it. But our token does not rely on people buying it. Our token relies on people using the app. That makes it real easy for me to focus and for me to stay out of the weeds of trying to set up deals with market makers and trying to get it on other exchanges and so forth and so on, because we don't need it there. The token value is in the usage of the app. Now, that is what we've been advocating for. That's what we've been out here alone on this very tall mountain from the very top, into nothing, because what we're doing, even though it's very basic business, seems just completely alien in this space. It's alien in a space where you just got rugged by Argentina, where you got rugged by President Trump and Melania, where you've been blown up to hell and gone on every single little meme token that comes out of here. So of course, somebody that's preaching traditional business, it is going to seem alien, but I'm fine with that. Because I don't need you. Because I don't need crypto to make this be successful. I need consumers to make this be successful, and I know how to get consumers. Since we started our little thing, and by the way, anybody who posts a Jackal wallet address in this chat, over on Twitch, over on X, anybody who posts a Jackal wallet address is going to get 100 gigabytes of free Jackal storage for life on me. No problem. But the reason that we're doing that is because all these wallets are going to be integrated over into Aegis. They're all coming with you. The same deal, the same everything, 100 gigabytes. It's going to be available to you on Aegis mobile, no cost to you. I don't care. What I do care about is that you upload photos, that you upload videos, that you upload documents and things like that that are important to you, because they're going to be over in the safest data storage environment that mankind has ever seen. So this is our outreach. This is us building a customer base for Aegis, because we don't want it to launch with 2 users. We want it to launch with 2,000 users. That's why I'm pushing this. That's why I'm driving this. That's why I'm offering it up to effectively anybody who wants it. I can support personally data storage, 100 gigabytes for approximately 40,000 people, and I want all of them. If I have to buy my way into them, I will buy my way into them. It's called the cost of customer acquisition. And anybody who's in business for any length of time understands that it is expensive. It is expensive to get a consumer. We found a cheap way to do it by giving them away a product for free. They're getting it for free. It costs us. But what it's costing me is negligible with the opportunity that it presents to us on the Aegis app. I don't know if you guys know this. 100 gigabytes doesn't last a whole long time when it's on mobile, because you're sending pictures, you're sending videos, you're sending effectively everything that you have, because we made it super easy. So we are literally positioning this for the people who like the app, for the people who enjoy the app, and for the people who need more storage. Because when they need more storage, guess what? Got to pay. That's it. We made the offer. You took us up on it. We certainly appreciate it. You like our app? Great. Now you're going to have to kick a little in. We're not expensive. We're nowhere even close to expensive. We're very price competitive with iCloud, price competitive with Dropbox. But we offer so many more features. That's really where it comes down to. So why do we need a token? I need a token for a decentralized autonomous organization. Why am I doing these giveaways? Because this is the cost of customer acquisition. I'm advertising. I'm doing it in a very novel and unique way in crypto by actually offering you a product. And I understand that that's weird, but that's why we're doing all of this. I have been 1,000,000,000% transparent on everything we're doing, every step that we're doing along this. So while I appreciate the ire, and I know I'm going to just, any founder, anybody who's up here that's in any kind of public thing that has anything to do touching blockchain, you're going to get a ration of shit for it. This is a jaded space. People should be jaded because they have been absolutely destroyed monetarily by the promises. So for us, stay away from the token. It's not for you, man. All right? It is not for you. But it'll carry on regardless because 30% of all in-app revenue goes over to the token straight out. All of the teams' allocations, which of course we're going to allocate tokens to ourselves. It's our goddamn token. They're going to be locked and vested. And any team member of mine that is up there liquidating tokens is gone. Absolutely gone. It's going to cost me because now I have to buy all these damn things back. It'll cost me, but anybody working for me is not going to be dumping tokens, period. That's it. The wallets will be out. They're going to be doxed. We're going to show them to you. These are the founders' wallets. You go ahead and do your thing. We are being as transparent about this as we possibly can because this is what's necessary to get a little bit more trust and a little bit more credibility in the crypto space. And if anybody realizes this more than me, man, I'd like to meet that guy. It is very, very tough to get credibility in this space. It is super easy to lose it, Ellis. And once you lose it, it is stupidly hard to get it back. I'm not willing to give up all the years and years that we've been doing this just so I can make 50 grand on a token, on a pump and dump thing. So that's it. I'm putting it to bed. I didn't want to talk about this tonight, but because I talked about it this morning, but I did get hit up with some of the questions and the concerns, and I got a couple concerning emails. I just thought I would address this now. If you have anything else that you want to ask, put it in the comments, dude. All right, let us address this live. You don't have to hide behind anonymity. All right, put it out there. Let's talk about it. Let's get it out so you know my mind. After that, you can decide this is something you wanna have anything to do with, and I hope you don't. But if you do, there it is, and you have all the information. Anyway, I babbled up a little bit too long. Bell, do we have any questions, comments, concerns, or observations before we start talking to Adam?
We do actually. So Pax Banter coming in with the first comment of the evening, and it's also a compliment. Pax Banter says, looking snazzy, Scott, and the on-air sign is pretty cool. It's like you're in the booth at a sports event, and crypto is sports.
I do appreciate that, man. You know, I've been coming out here since we made this studio, just coming out completely looking like half an ass, and that's not really my style. All right, that's not really my thing. We built a professional studio, and I should look kind of professional, but
don't lie. Just tell them that your wardrobe department got really, really upset at you for going out there in bear slippers.
Yeah, my wardrobe department they're not digging on the puffy bear claw slippers, but mostly because it's 0 degrees right here in Des Moines, Iowa. The temperature is currently 0 degrees, and I haven't got the HVAC stuff set up out here in the studio yet, so it's cold. That's all it is it's cold. So I was like, you know what? A sweater, t-shirt, sweater, jacket makes it warmer. So if I happen to look good, and I thank you for it, I appreciate it, man. It's always, guys don't get compliments. We never get compliments. We have to say how pretty she is, how nice she is, how smart she is. We have to do that endlessly. And, because that's our responsibility, but it very rarely gets reciprocated. So I appreciate it, man. I thank you for that. Carry on, Belle.
Nuclear chicken. And yeah, verified, fact check, true. Actually, the question was if the Aegis token was going to be listed anywhere other than Astrovault, or if Astrovault was the only planned place.
Yeah, man, I was going to clear it up. I know where you were going with it, dude. I wasn't attacking you on that one. I was putting this in context of the way crypto views anything. And the way crypto views anything is you have to list it everywhere, because the only thing that brings value to a token is people buying it and selling it. Now, that might be true for 90% of crypto, but it's not a universal truth out here. For us, we only need to make sure that the token is available anywhere, because as people pay us to use the app, and Astrovault is building our pay rail, and it's going to be a good one. But we're going to be implementing the Astrovault pay rail. Now, if you want to pay with credit cards, no problem. If you want to pay with Flexa, no problem. We're putting in as many rails as we need, because it doesn't really cost us anything. We want our consumers happy, and if that's it, you want to pay with Flexa, go for it, man. We got it. But the revenue that's coming in goes to it's split up three different ways. 33% on each one of them, and one of those happens to be buying up the Aegis token, because it's necessary. We have to maintain a certain price on this token. So you can call it market manipulation, or you can call it whatever you want. I call it clever real yield token design, and the money that is going to be buying that is based on the amount of users that we have. So we can list a token anywhere. I mean, if I wanted to pay out a big fat fee and list it somewhere else, but what's the point? The point of the token is people using the app for paying for goods and services of the app. That's the purpose of the token. Purpose of the token is really not even to be bought and sold. Now, people are going to speculate on it, because this is crypto, and we speculate on fucking everything. So there will be some element to it, but we're not. This doesn't exist to sell a token. The token exists so that this will function. It is literally the gas of the Sigia app. That's it. Sigia is the engine, but the token is the gas. That's the way it should be in crypto. So anyway, hope that answered the question. Belle, carry on.
All right. So Pax Banter regarding our marketing. It's sampling, tried and true marketing technique. Smart move.
And absolutely it is, dude. Look, man, we got nothing to lose here, but we have everything to gain. So yeah, I made an offer that you can't refuse. I'm trying mafia marketing right now to see how many wallets that we can get generated. And so far, we're up to 254. 254 people have taken us up on this, have taken us up on this offer, and we've been at it for about 4 days. That's not even near good enough. That's not even close to good enough. So please, if anybody that's listening, I don't think we got really, what do we got? We don't really have anybody listening. Not that we don't put in big numbers anymore, man. We're never going to fill a stadium. For anybody who's involved in any other community, I will pay for the storage of every single member of that community. If you guys get the word out, just let them know. I will take care of it. For any team that's building out here that might need some decentralized storage, I will pay for it. For anybody, friends or family, that you want to onboard into the Web3 world without them really being aware that they're in the Web3 world, I will take care of it. We will do live streams. I will do how-to tutorials. You get them together. I don't care if it's 2 of your friends. I will literally do an hour-long live stream for those 2 friends to show them how to set up a wallet, to show them how to add Jackal to the chain, to show them how to get me a wallet address, and then to show them how to use vault.jackalprotocol.com. I will show them everything. I get nothing for this, all right? Nobody's paying me to do it. I'm doing it because this is what's necessary, the way I see it. So you want to get your friends and family involved in Web3 without really being involved in Web3, just let them know. I'll set it up. I'll pay for it. It's my time. It's my dime. It's my everything. I don't know how I could do a better offer than this. But it's important, because when we go live, we don't want 250 users. We want 2,500 users. I would prefer 25,000 users. And I have the funds to get that done. All I need is to get the word out. That's it. Help me get the word out. I will pay for everybody. Hope that answered the question. One more, Bell, then we got to play a song.
Amado asking a really important question for tonight. Is he drinking whiskey out of a coffee mug?
Yeah, I'm sure I showed you this before. Somebody got me this, and let me get close to the camera. I'm not sure if that's in focus or if it's going to focus in or not. But as you can see on the coffee mug, and it's It's a metal coffee mug. This is not a ceramic coffee mug. You can see that it says that it's probably whiskey. I assure you it is. I want to remove that mystery from this. I assure you that it is whiskey. But this was a gift. And I don't get a lot of gifts, so anybody who happens to send me one, I'm deeply indebted to you. Thank you very much, and you bet your ass I'm going to use it. So, for what it's worth, it's a coated mug. It's a coated mug, so it's meaning that it's glass coated. So it's the similar to drinking out of a traditional bourbon glass, but I thought it was hilarious. And yeah, naturally, I'm going to use something like that. So there you go. Mel, I don't know if the next song is queued up just right, guys, but if you could, please get some questions in, get some comments in. You guys chatting is the absolute most important part of the algorithm over here on YouTube, over here on X, over here on everything. It is hands down the most important thing that will move the algorithm. I am reaching out and trying to get in front of more people so that I can give them storage. That's what we're doing here. I know the method and I know what we have to do. I'm just asking for some help. So chat it up, have some fun. Get your friends, get your family, get your communities, get anybody in. I will take care of absolutely everybody because it's in my interest to do so. So there you go. Anyway, I don't know if the song is queued up right. We're going to find out. Belle, go ahead and go on mute. I know what the next song is, but the one we played has got this long drag out, so I don't know if we're going to get to it. Anyway, please stand by. We will be back right here with the podcasts on the KPOD network, guys. So fill your glasses. See you soon.
I never cut tobacco in the hills of Tennessee. I ain't got a moonshine still, but I still love to smoke and drink. No, I never ate dinner from a wood-burning stove. I rode bareback in a rodeo. If you wanna see the redneck side of me, give me a six-string flat-top guitar, put all you hillbillies in a honky-tonk bar. Show me to the stage and set me free, and I'll sing all night in the morning light. When your shades are on and your head's on ice, you'll know you've seen the redneck side of me. Let me tell you something. I never was a roughneck, pumping crude down the line. On I ain't logged no timber, sawing on them Georgia pines. I can't mix the best batch of etouffee. I never hunted gators in the Everglades. You wanna see the redneck side of me? Give me that six-string flat-top guitar, put all you hillbillies in a honky-tonk bar. Show me to that stage and set me free, and I'll sing all night in the morning light. When your shades are on and your head's on ice, you'll know you've seen the redneck side of me. Guitar, put all you rednecks in a smoke-filled bar. Show me to that stage and set me free. We'll raise hell all night in the morning light. When your shades are on and your hat that's too tight, you'll know you've seen the redneck side of me. Oh, give me that six-string flat top guitar, put all you hillbillies in a honky-tonk bar, show me to the stage and set me free. And we'll drink all night and the morning light, when your shades are on and your head's on ice, you'll know you've seen the redneck side of me. Son, you gon' know you've seen the redneck side of me. Son, you gon' see my redneck side.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. I'd like to point out, Belle, that I absolutely nailed that transition. That was perfect, man. I killed it. We're going to get back to your questions, but something really just did occur to me, and I want to put it out to any of our members that are out here, particularly any members that are involved in other communities, and I know you are. You're not just hanging around for the podcast, man. We're not that interesting. We've been talking about utility on NFTs forever. I mean, forever. I think the proper use of an NFT would be a concert ticket, would be an airline ticket, would be parts tracking, kind of like what VeChain was doing. I think that's a proper use of an NFT. It's the proper use because the blockchain is immutable. But we still play around with NFTs and try to create yield from yield as a utility, and it's just it hasn't worked. Some of these are popular. Some of these NFT projects are still very popular. Most are not. Most just fade out and die. So what we've been talking about with Chris from Fight Farm is adding a utility element to their NFTs. Now, I'm going to open up this offer to anybody, particularly anybody that's involved in an NFT community. We will slide Jackal Storage as a feature of that NFT if that NFT happens to be purchased. We would very much like to include Jackal Storage on that. Now, we're kind of still working out the method because we have to get a way to whether it be generate a wallet as the NFT is manipulated, or simply make it a redeemable wallet address that could be redeemed over through our system. But it's another way for us to add a little bit of value, because it will always be worth about $2.99 a month because the Jackal Storage is going to be enabled for it. But it could be that is one of the other ways that we're thinking for as far as reaching out and getting consumers, because again, anything that goes over there through us that ends up over on vault.jackalprotocol.com is going to migrate over to Aegis. So we need another way to try to get customer outreach, because the people who are just completely stuck in their NFT world, and that's fine, man. If that's your thing, everybody does crypto differently. The only NFTs I own are actual Fight Farm NFTs, but I would, if you're involved in any of these communities, please reach out to any of the artists, any of the founders, anybody, anything, and just put them in touch with me, Scott@ThePodocasts.com, and we'll see what we can work out. And I don't care if you're minting off a run of 1,000 NFTs. I will provide for 1,000 users 100 gigabytes on vault.jackalprotocol.com. I got no problem doing this, because that's a good way for us to start bringing communities together. Now, right now, one of the hot things that's going around and on very, very dead crypto Twitter is people are starting to, swing up behind Adam again. Well, we got to get behind Adam, and Adam is going to bring all these communities together, and yeah. And it's still a miss. It's still a huge miss. Now, I'll get into the who, what, where, why, and how regarding Adam, but the way to bring a community together is to make sure that they have common interests and that they're not going to get blown apart out here financially. That's what happens out here. So if I could find an NFT artist that is actually, kind of embedded, people look forward to their stuff, and I just slide a little bit of utility onto that NFT, it costs the artist nothing. and it costs me money, but it costs the artist nothing. But it starts to bring a couple of these communities together. Then they start. Belly, are you rubbing? You're rubbing your face. You're not on screen right now. You're rubbing your face. Do you disagree with this idea? I think it's a tremendously good idea to bring communities together, because that's what has to happen out here. Crypto moves on community. It moves on sentiment. It moves on hype. So why don't we bring real utility to some of these things as opposed to just speculative? Are you disagreeing with me here, Belle?
No, my nose was itching. Come on.
Oh yeah, Belle started doing cocaine again. So she's going to be doing a lot of this. You guys know what it looks like. We've all seen Scarface. Come on, it's okay. It's okay, but it's going to pollute your uterus. And I was gonna go Al Pacino on that, Belle. Her uterus is so polluted. I can't do Al Pacino.
Yeah, don't even try. That was horrible.
Why? Yeah, this is what I got. On my show, this is what I got. Anyway, go ahead, Belle. Carry on to questions, comments, or concerns. Go.
Triple tap regarding Siggia. I can't wait until it's released on iOS. I will move everything over exclusively.
I would. Fortunately for me, I'm already using it. I am a founder, so I get first dibs on everything, and it needs to be stress tested. And I take a lot of dick pics, so I want to make 53, dude. Nobody cares. But I have to stress test my own system. I have to make sure that this thing is fully functional before we roll it out to the public, because anybody that's out anything with product, market development, marketing understands that you really only get one chance to catch a consumer. So it's got to be right. And iOS is a very, very tough nut to crack. Now, I mean, our code's good, but we got to get it through the Apple Store. And Apple is very, very hesitant about listing something in the App Store that is crypto related, even though we don't advertise it as crypto related. We're completely Web3 abstracted. We're utilizing Web3, a Cash, Jackal, so forth. But no part of that would be, the consumer won't be aware of it. If we do it right, and we did it right, the consumer will never know that we're using Web3. We are simply a competitor to Dropbox. Problem is that Apple is also in this business. Apple is also in the data storage business, and the 1,000 acres that they just bought in Iowa building up new data centers seems to suggest that that is correct. So they might be a little bit hesitant. We'll get it there. I mean, our lawyer is talking to their lawyer.
Our lawyer is good, and every time he turns around, he gets an email response from Apple going, okay, you need to submit this piece of information. So our lawyer either already has it or has to turn around and email me going, okay, what's the answer to this question? And they're just dragging their feet. So yeah.
And it's funny too, because our lawyer was a Google developer, was a Google dev, so he knows his fight. We're good. We got the right guy. I'll just kind of leave it there. But you guys understand the process, so just let us get it through. We're gonna make you real happy. Hope that answered the question, Belle. Please carry on.
Jack Sparrow, man, you've come a ways in the last several weeks. Studio looks good. I got a lot of work going on the last 5 months, but I still always appreciate you guys.
Oh yeah, man, and you know what, Jack, we appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, man, look, we still got. We're about halfway done with the studio. There's a lot more that we have to do with it, but we thought it was presentable and workable as is. That's why we're broadcasting out here. But yeah, we still got a lot of work to do on this thing, man. It's got to be as good as we can possibly make it. I value your time, Jack Sparrow. New type, nuclear chicken. Everybody who's watching right now, I value your time, and if we can make it better, then I feel it's our obligation to make it better, man. I'm never going to be, we're never really going to pack the room. And we don't do that kind of show because we call balls and strikes. But I value your time. So if we can do a better job presenting our information, then it's our obligation to do that. Who knows? You know, crypto's a funny space. Who knows? Anyway, Belle, please carry on.
All right, so next one coming in from Old Man. Shoo, that's cold. I'm dreading it. It's supposed to be like 4 degrees on Wednesday or Thursday, and it's during the 2 days I have to be in it in the middle of the night at work.
Yeah, but you got the good beard, bro. All right, you got that Texas goatee going on, and so your face is gonna be just good to go. That's all we worry about, right? Because I got a hunch. I know you work factory stuff, so I got a hunch you're in there in Carhartts. You're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine, dude. We have been running cold, Bell. We have been running. It's been like stupidly cold out here. We've just been getting day after day of sub-zero temperatures. And yeah, I don't think people appreciate it. It hits -10 here pretty regularly. -10 is 42 degrees of frost. All right, that is 42 degrees of frost. When I use my vape, when I go outside and I use my vape when it hits that cold and I exhale, I have ice on my lips. That is what 42 degrees of frost will get you out here. And that's not even near as cold as it has been. So, yeah, broadcasting from studio right now, this is a Herculean effort on our part to try to keep this going. That's the sweater, and that's why the sweater and the jacket and all that, man. It's purely self-serving like everything else I do. Carry on, Bill.
All right, so next one coming in from Politico. Scott, as time goes by and the market settles down after all the tariff fear-mongering, what do you see the crypto market doing?
Well, the crypto market, I'm going to go big screen here, Bill. The crypto market as a whole finally got their reality check. Now, for all of last year, again, Bell and I defy you to go back and find a video where I said different, but all of 2024 was about the alt cycle, the imminent alt cycle, the Bitcoin halving, interest rates slash, Trump is elected, and everything's going to blow up out here. And we were out here for a good long while telling you that is not going to happen because everybody is positioning for it. And any money that comes in here, particularly out to the alt market, is just going to get annihilated as soon as it gets here. It's like alt memes at that point. So we were really, really crystal clear saying you have to position as if that is not going to occur. And so far it hasn't occurred. Now, it's not going to change, guys. That's the thing. We're all waiting for the money that's suddenly going to show up and everybody's going to get their Lambo. And that's not going to happen. All right. It didn't happen in 2024. We moved the goalposts. Now we're saying Q2 2025 and yeah. But that's not going to happen. All right, because nobody is going to move money into bullshit alt tokens knowing that they're going to get destroyed the very second that they get here. The only way that something like that would be successful is if they moved enough money to take an ownership stake in something like Agoric or something like Dig or something like the myriad, the 90 plus bullshit chains out here in the cosmos. And the only reason that they would do that is because they see a path to monetization. I understand that they have a lot more money and that they're TradFi, so they don't understand DeFi, but they do understand money. And they do see the similarities between tokens and stocks. Everybody does. So as far as waiting for all of this to rush back in, man, that's not going to happen. The things that are going to fly out here are the things that have utility, the things that have a monetization right now, not 6 months from now, 9 months from now, a year from now. A year from now, they're gone. A year from now, it's dust. So the things that are positioned now, that have been positioning for the last 2 years, that have built their protocols, that have gotten them up, that are monetizing said protocols, those are the ones that you want to pay attention to. We saw the same thing back in the dot-com bust. We absolutely saw the exact same thing. And the companies that made it out are companies like NVIDIA, are companies like Microsoft, are companies like Amazon, are companies like Google. The things that delivered a product that had a path to monetization. Those are the things that made it out of the dot-com bust, not pets.com. All right, not radio on the internet. None of that, all of that got absolutely destroyed and it never came back. So to look at the current crypto market and say if it was high once, it'll be high again, you are doing yourself a disservice and you're really doing your money a disservice. We talked about this a year and a half ago to today, that what you saw will not repeat because bubbles don't repeat. And leaning on a cycle in a market that is pure speculation, you're doing yourself a disservice. So the things that you're going to keep your eye on, the things that I'm keeping my eye on, are things that have synergy with other things that are out here. That's why we're so heavily positioned into DPIN, because Akash works very well with Jackal. Jackal works very well with DVPN. Akash works very well with AI. Jackal works very well with AI. These are companies that have synergy. These are companies that provide a solution. And those are the things that are going to swim out of here. All right. All the rest of this, the dimes out of nickel chains, your Thor chains, your Kajiras, all that stuff, man, look, they're busted already. And it's not going to get better. They might get a little bit of a return, a little bit of market sentiment, but they'll never be what they were. All right. They already did what they're going to do. So now you have to look at the things and look at what they can do. And if they don't have Web 2 penetration, and if they don't have monetization, this is it. That's what you do with them. And you go and look for the things that do. I have very little doubt that Jackal is going to be successful. Man, my fortune is tied up into this. So, yeah, I have very little doubt that they're going to be successful. The team is smart, the team is aggressive, and the team is pushing in the right direction right now. We're building app upon app upon app on top of them, and we're going out and we're chasing Web 2. We're not chasing Web 3. Web 3 is easiest for us right now. That's why we're doing the outreach that we're doing. But that's not our target market. Our target market is your son. Our target market is your mom. Our target market is people who have no idea what the hell crypto really is. That's our target market. And we're going to get there. So anyway, I hope that answered the question. Belle, please carry on.
All right. So Nuclear Chicken, regarding the Aegis token, if the only place to trade the token is one place, that will hopefully limit the crazy speculation and keep it more pure.
Honestly, I don't care if it has speculation. We have price targets that we have to maintain on this thing. And I will do whatever I have to do to make sure that we maintain those price targets because we function well at this level. That's it. So, there's going to be some speculation on it. We're not a lot of it because we have no real reach. We have no real outreach. I can't do what Dave Portnoy does and say, you got to buy this token. I can't do any of that shit. So we're not concerned about it. And anybody that happens to come on this ride with us is going to be doing it from a business sense. And I hope that they realize that this is going to be a year, 2 years, 3 years before we really start to get a lot of traction. Our target number to put us in play is 25,000 daily active users. Now, I know that sounds like a simple task. Look at Osmo. Look at all these other DEXs. But considering we're not pushing into Web 3, we're pushing into Web 2, man, 25,000 daily active users is Herculean. But 25,000 active users, if you want a metric, if you want anything to do with the Aegis token, you're looking for a metric, 25,000 active users gets us to the point where we have to dilute Aegis for Jackal. That's where it has to be because we can't outpace them. All of these things have to work together. So if we get that kind of success on this app, we literally have to control the price of this token because there's so much revenue and buy pressure on this token that eventually it all goes away. That there's not enough. Then we have to go to the DAO and say we have to mint more tokens because we don't have enough in circulation. So we have to walk that fine line between profitability and sustainability. And it's going to we got our numbers. We know our metrics. I'm just showing them with you guys. But 25,000 daily active users is to the point where we have to start liquidating Aegis Sigia for Jackal. And that puts buy pressure on the Jackal token. And it's going to have a pairing with Sigia. So it's almost a zero sum at that point because we are so closely aligned in what we're doing, how we're doing it, and where we're going with it that it literally creates an opportunity for us to dilute the token a little bit to keep the price manageable, but we're putting it off on Jackal, which gives Jackal a carry, which comes back and gives Astrovault a carry, which comes back and gives our very own token a carry. All of these things are intertwined with this. That's the way that we did it. That's the way that we designed it. But it all comes back to users, not investors. I hope that answered the question. Belle, please carry on.
All right. So next two comments regarding your your bourbon mug. So Ambido, that's an awesome mug. Followed by Old Man, yeah, that mug is awesome.
Isn't that great, man? Somebody got me this as a gift, and I just thought it was funny as shit. So I like funny. This is funny, and yeah, you know what? It's not whiskey. It's not. It has nothing to do with this, Jeff. You might recognize that bottle. It has nothing to do with this. And I can mask it and I can hide it. So, yeah, I'm not drinking bourbon, Bell. I'm completely bone sober right now. Anyway, appreciate it, guys. Bell, carry on.
All right. So G Torres, love the royal blue shirt, Bella. Thank you, G Torres.
Yeah, but I'll give him the round of applause. You always get compliments.
No,
I
I have not been getting. I haven't gotten compliments for quite a while.
Oh my God, is that good? Does that make you feel bad now? Is that where we're at now? You go, oh, no one's been talking nice about me. Is that what it is? Come live in my fucking world. You know the heat that I get, the shit that I go through day after day after day.
I think after yesterday, I'm gonna get a lot of heat. And yeah, she doesn't know anything. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Oh, the Ellis shit. Yeah. By the way, that's available for replay if you guys want to hear Belle really lose her shit. I thought it was great, but that's actually available for replay over on Rack FM. You can find it over there on Twitter. Anyway, carry on, Belle.
All right, so triple tap regarding your mug. The irony around the word probably.
Yeah, and that's why it's funny, man. They don't always have to be completely laid out for you. Why did the chicken cross the road? It always doesn't have to be like that. There can be some subtlety. This one is clearly sarcastic. You guys, if you followed the show more than about 15 minutes, you know that I plead the fifth of Jack on virtually everything. That's funny, by the way.
Lick my balls.
There you go.
Yeah, I say that all the time.
And that's for you, Politico. By the way, where's the wallet addresses, dude? You know, I've had so many people, and again, we're over 250 that we've gotten, which is heroic onboarding for fucking Cosmos. But yeah, Politico, I noticed that your wallet's not one of them. You understand that it's in your interest to use the product that you're invested in, right? You understand that it's not. You don't invest in Microsoft because stock go up. You invest in Microsoft because people will pay to use the software that they develop. This is very, very business zero kind of stuff. So, I can't do that. I can't do it. The AI is on the camera. When I do this, it'll stop. When I do this, it'll start tracking again. So I'm just out of range of it. So I have to be careful with that. But yeah, I noticed that I didn't see yours, Jeff. Dude, your church, get your church together. All right. Get them all on a single live stream, dude. I will spend whatever time it takes. If it takes 8 hours, I'll give you 8 hours of my time to walk everybody through the entire process and show them exactly what they need to do, exactly what they need to see, and I will pay for it. I just don't know how I can make a better offer than that, man. So help me, please help me help you. The one thing that we have on this planet is the data that we create, and it needs to be sovereign with us. With Sigia, with Jackal, your data is sovereign. It belongs to you. Nobody else will ever see it, man. Look, this is blockchain the way it should be. Not the market that we created, but the market that we should have. Anyway, hope that answered the question. Belle, carry on.
All right, so G Torres again. Scott is looking sharper than a barber's best pair of scissors tonight.
I don't have any more, but I appreciate it, dude.
You know what? If you really want to show him how good that jacket makes you look, you can stand up. It's not going to kill you.
This is not a mod. All right, this is not really a modeling kind of show, but I do appreciate it. The nifty thing about a well-cut jacket, and this is a well-cut jacket, by the way, this is provided by Mr. B's in Des Moines, Iowa. So if you're looking for, I'm on mic today, guys, you got to deal with it. So yeah, if you're looking for something like that, something that's a little bit snazzy, something that is dressy without being dressy, but mostly something that'll hide your belly, a nice jacket will certainly take care of that. So I appreciate it. It thins me up real well, and as Belle and I are going to, as we're going to be out there in Denver, you got to look the part, man. And as much as I would like to pretend that I'm 25 and I can wear the cutoff shorts and flip flops with the don't give a fuck attitude, we're representing an enterprise app. I have to look professional. I want to be taken seriously, even in this space. So our whole intent and why we're actually going out there is, one, we're supporting Eric Wiseman and we're supporting Astrovault. But it's also to get our app out in front of people. I mean, we QR coded that, by the way. It's available. Anybody on Android right now, just hit the QR code. It's on the podcast Discord. I put it out there on Twitter, and you got it. You got the app. Now, keep in mind this is Android, so it's going to say this may or may not be harmful. As long as it is our app, you're going to be just fine. That I used it. It does work, but that's the easiest way for. I don't want to tell people you got to go to here to here to here because that's a barrier to entry. I don't want anyone to have a barrier to entry to have to use our app. QR code is the simplest way of doing it. Scan the code, hit yes, hit open, proceed anyway, and you got it. So that's why we're going out. But I don't want to look like half an ass or try to pretend that I'm 23 years old, man, because I'm not. And yeah, so if we have to dress the part, we're going to dress the part. Appreciate the compliment. Belle, please carry on.
Pax Banter, I have tons of friends in the arts and marketing community. They would really like this as an alternative to box storage and file sharing. Just need that iOS version.
Yeah, and again, dude, we're fighting through everybody. Now, I realize that the big thing, and that's actually when the Sigia token is going to launch, is when we're iOS. When we get it out, we get it launched, and everybody can use it. Yeah, then we're launching the token, but we can't do that until we are fully able to access the bulk of the market. And the bulk of the world uses iPhones, man. I'm sorry, it's like 81% of the world uses iPhones. About 19% of them use Android. And from a business perspective, it makes no sense for us to launch and alienate 81% of our potential customers. So we're not going to. And it makes no sense whatsoever for us to launch a token on a product that is not fully compatible with all of the world, considering we're pushing into Web 2. But any of your Android people, please do let me, please send them my way. I'm going to get them hooked up. All right, I got this. But any of your artists and friendly communities that just want to secure their own intellectual property, and art is in fact intellectual property, send them my way. I'll hook them up with Jackal Storage, man. I got no problem with this, dude. We're all about the love right now. Belle, please carry on.
Triple Tap, has there been a roadmap on the token release? I may have missed this detail somewhere, or are we waiting for the iOS speed bump to be resolved?
Yeah, that's it, man. We got to wait for iOS. I have to, dude. Look, man, I got to be professional about this. I have enough runway, and this is my personal money. This is coming out of Scott's pocket here. I have enough runway to carry my team about 18 months. And after that, you know what, everybody's kind of on their own. But the only thing that's holding us up from actually going and rolling into monetization is iOS. That's it. So once we get there, once we show in daily active users, once we're showing all the things that we can do, once the features are implemented, once this thing is off and rolling hard, the token's going to come off and it's going to start rolling hard. I'd prefer to capture all that value myself. Call me greedy, man, but you know, it is my thing. Nobody here gave us, you guys didn't invest. So if it's my money, sure, I want to expect the greatest ROI on it, but it's got to be about more than that. Now, we're going to be mentioning it more and more. I'm even going big screen here, but I want to make sure. Look, man, we're going to be mentioning it more and more because crypto's dead right now. Crypto Twitter is dead. Crypto Reddit is dead. It's everybody pointing their finger at everybody else for their own misery and their own bad decisions. And we can't have that. All right. So we need to have something positive to speak about. So I'm going to speak positive about what we have coming up. But I'd like to point out that I'm not asking anybody to invest in it. Honestly, man, look, your participation in this is irrelevant. It won't matter. The capital that's going in is already set aside. It's ready to go. It's ready to bootstrap. It's my money. So your participation in this is irrelevant. Now, if we happen to get a good raise when we launch, when we do launch the Sigia token, that's great because then we can bring on another couple of developers. We can get more people in. We can get the features in faster. We're going to need customer support because we're a Web 2 facing app. We're going to need all these things. So sure, a large raise would certainly help us get there faster, but it's not necessary. It's just not necessary. We have a good plan for all of this stuff. So, but yeah, brother, I want to get it out. I want to bring something positive back into the crypto world. Most people we talk to understand crypto tokens, what they are, what they do, how they move, and so forth and so on. But because we are doing something here that's so novel, it has to be right, man. We cannot rush to get it out and get a token and get people to buy in and then just blow them up. We can't do that. It's happened here too much. We have to be different. So if we have to nail ourselves to a cross to get that done, I'm going to nail myself to the cross, man. It sucks, but is what it is. Anyway, Belle, please carry on.
All right. So next one coming in from Triple Tap regarding the song played at break. As a Brit, this is the most American song I've ever heard.
It really is, dude. I'm a big fan of Jamie Johnson, dude. I just like what I like the way he presents it. And by the way, brother, I did get your email. Jackal is doing some upgrades on the chain right now, man. So everybody that we did, we took your wallet and we are, we're taken care of. But it's an issue with us getting these things entered right now. They're upgrading the chain. I assure you that it will be resolved. I made some step-by-step videos showing you exactly what you should see when your account is enabled. So, please, if you want to reach out and bitch, it's not live yet. Please reach out and bitch. It's not live yet. I certainly understand that, but just want to let you know that we're doing the very best that we can. Anyway, Belle, we got to play a song. I don't know what the next one is, but this gives me a real good chance to finish my booze, chat and do all that other stuff. So if you guys could please stick around a few minutes, we're going to be right back here. Want to get to all the rest of your questions. We're going to get Eric on this week. It's going to be a good one, man, because Eric is doing some next level stuff. You guys are going to want to hear about this. So we're going to get him on next week, but please indulge us. Enjoy the next song. We'll be back right here on the podcast on the KPOD network, guys. Please enjoy.
He works way too much for way too little. He drinks way too early till way too late. He hasn't had a raise since New Year's Day in '88. Gets trampled on by everyone except when he comes in here. Now he's a product of the haggard generation. He's got a redneck side when you get him agitated. He got the gold-tooth look from a stiff right hook he's proud he took for his right-wing stand on Vietnam. Says he lost his brother there. He yells out Johnny Cash and the band starts to play a ring of fire as he walks up and stands there by the stage. And he says, hell yeah, I'll turn it up, right on. Hell yeah, sounds good. Sing that song, guitar man playing all night long. Take me back to where the music hit me. Life was good and love was easy.
How about this one, Triple Tap? Is this American enough for you?
She got an MBA and a plush corner office. She got a don't mess with me attitude. She'll close the deal, she don't reveal that she can feel the loneliness, the emptiness, except when she comes in here. She's a product of the me generation. She's got a rock and roll side when you get her agitated. She got the tattoo there on her derriere from a spring break there in Panama when love was all she thought she'd ever need. She yells out to the band, "No any Bruce Springsteen." Then she jumps up on the bar and she starts to scream. She says, hell yeah, turn it up, right on. Hell yeah, sounds good. Sing that song, guitar man playing all night long. where the music hit me. Life was good, love was easy. Yeah, yeah, anything to get my mind off thinking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Hey, hell yeah! Hell yeah, turn it up, right on. Hell yeah, sounds good. Sing that song. A guitar man playing all night long. Take me back to where the music hit me. Life was good. Hell yeah, turn it up, right on. Hell yeah, sounds good. Sing that song. A guitar man playing all night long. Take me back to where the music hit me. Life was good. Love was easy.
Sir, you're under arrest for inciting a riot, disorderly conduct, vandalism, public intoxication, violation of the fire code, failure to obey a lawful command, and resisting arrest. Do you understand what I just charged you with?
Hell yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Belle, we are over time. I'm seeing that right there.
We've got quite a bit more actually. So
All right, lightning round. Go, go, go.
all right. So first comment coming in from Toot. I was listening and didn't see Scott at first. Yeah, great middle of the road outfit. And I agree. The on-air sign is excellent.
Oh, well, I do appreciate that. You know, the bitch is trying to line it up here, Toot. By the way, I paid Toot $50 worth of amp to have that name. I haven't forgotten. Here you go, Toot. This is for you.
Lick my balls.
'Cause you've had
yeah,
You
say that all the
didn't
time.
pay Toot. David Dahl did.
David Dahl paid Toot. So, yeah, the bitch is lining up the signs just right so that my head doesn't cut one of them off. But I'm a very animated talker, so I tend to swing around an awful lot when I'm doing this. The mics are excellent, so the cardioid pattern on it is pretty big, so it allows me to do that without cutting me off. But I do appreciate it. Belle, go.
Nuclear chicken. Bella rubbing her face means one of two things. One, Scott is signing her up for more work again, or two, there's an itch. Okay, the answer is always two if I'm rubbing my nose. If I'm pinching my nose, yeah, that means Scott has signed me up for a lot more work.
It has nothing to do with any of that. She's on blow. All right. She's embraced her 80s because Belle was barely even consciously alive during the 80s. But she wants to go back to a better time when it was very, very tight pants, very, very tall hair on the gals, and a lot of cocaine. That's it. Belle's suffering back from that. Carry on, Belle.
All right, triple tap. Okay, and he did finally notice, there is one a little later, but he goes, "Where is your on-air sign? Slacking." And yes, I'll have a playlist.
You know, all we have to do for that, Belle, is white balance that camera. I realize that now, because if they're not white balanced, you're going to get that blowout that you're kind of getting right there.
Glowing orb.
Yeah, see, mine are white balanced. So between that sign and between the Aegis sign, we have it there. Now, I have a color correction issue I have to get sorted out. I don't know if you guys noticed, I kind of got the Donald Trump orange thing going on. So I have to color correct this camera, but I just white balanced both of them, and it's a process. So I didn't get to the color correction, but once I get it sorted out, we'll get Belle sorted out. Hope that answered the question. Belle, carry on.
All right, so next one coming in from New Type. Is it possible to launch on the App Store for Solana phones? Imagine if Aegis came pre-installed on Solana phones.
I have sent them so many emails. They won't get back to me at all. They simply will not return any of my emails because I'm telling them we have the perfect decentralized storage application that's ready to go right this very second. If they can make it native, because Solana phones are Android native, we have a native storage app that you can use. And the fact that you guys include you're a decentralized phone and you default over to iCloud is doing a disservice to every single one of your consumers, because with our app, and if anybody's friendly over in the Solana community, please help us out. With our app, you are truly bringing them a decentralized product. Nobody's mining your data. It's impossible. We can't do it. Jackal can't do it. Look at the code. Our code is closed source because we're proprietary, because we're an app. But Jackal, which is our storage layer, is open source code. Go take a look. If you can see how you can spot that data, you let us know. All right, immediately, because in this case, Bell and I are going to be shopping for an alternative storage layer. But it's I could save you that time and just say it's not. So yeah, I've been beckoning, begging, pleading, down on my knees, man, offering all kinds of stuff to get our the Aegis app or Sigia app now natively on the Solana phone, because if we don't support fellow other blockchain products, what the fuck are we doing out here? It doesn't have to be a winner take all. It could be a co-op takes all. That's what we need out here. So if anybody's friendly in the Solana world, let us know. We're ready to go right this fucking second. Anyway, hope that answered the question. Bell, carry on.
G Torres, how is the feature to have specific folders on Android automatically sync to Aegis going?
That is actually that's functional now. We haven't pushed out the latest APK to our beta testers. It's internal testing right now. We're past the part where we need a whole lot of feedback. We know what we're doing here, so most of it is internal testing, and yeah, that is going to be the thing. Now, the UI, we're still kind of tweaking with that a little bit, and the idea that I had is just simply show every folder that you have made up in like your documents, your videos, your pictures and stuff, and you just click the ones that you want to auto upload. That seems the easiest way to do it, Bell, and that'll likely be what I have Braden build out for us. So that is the direction that we're going right now, and if we do it right, and we will do it right, you're never going to know you have this app on your phone, man. It's just going to take care of business for you. That is Web3 abstracted. That's what we're going for. So that's where we're at right now. As soon as it's ready and I like it and I'm comfortable with it, we'll roll it back out to the beta testers and get you guys' feedback. But for now, it's more or less internal testing. We're past base functionality. We're way past that. So now it's feature functionality. We're trying it internally. Hope that answered the question, Bell. Carry on.
Galatasaray, stop complaining. I had to shovel 40 centimeters of snow. Okay, that's around 15 inches. We got 11 inches just about here in one day.
Did you know, did you know that was 15 inches, or did you Google it? Because he said 40 centimeters, and I'm like, well, I don't even know what a fucking centimeter is. I'm American, all right? I have no idea. If you want to stop an American from talking, just say anything in the metric system, and we're just completely tuned out. And
I did double check my math, but I knew it and was actually correct. So yeah.
No, I had no idea. I like to measure my penis in centimeters. It sounds huge. I'm huge.
Anyway, okay, so we got about 11 inches of snow here. We had to shovel that, and the temps are cold enough here that any salt we put down just is doing nothing. So
yes,
yay!
We got 32 centimeters of snow. I don't know if that's correct. I'm not doing the math in my head right now. I don't care. And yeah, this is not probably whiskey. This is absolutely whiskey. And my mind isn't working right now. Anyway, carry on, Bill.
All right. So Joe, are we really live?
Are we really live? Yes, Joe, we are really live. I took a couple hours off from work today, and I watched the Razorbacks just beat the ever-loving hell out of Washington State in baseball. I've been waiting for baseball. The worst time in my life is after the Super Bowl and until baseball kicks in. And I'm not a basketball fan. I like hockey, but I like hockey playoffs. And by the way, the Battle of the Nations, Bell, my God, did anybody else see this? These guys were ready to beat the ever-loving shit out of each other. 3 fights in 9 seconds. There you go. Go America. if we won the fights, but we did win the game. Yes, Joe, we're really live. I appreciate. Look, it says it right over there. Do I have to get a new sign, Bell, that says yes, Joe, we are fucking live? Because I'll mount it. I will mount that bitch right underneath that on-air sign, just so that there's it removes all of the curiosity from it. We have a sign group.
If Joe wants a warning sign that that we're live, Joe, I'll send you the Etsy link to that custom sign maker. You can get that brother, and send it to me.
I'll tell you what, man. You get that sign made. It's sitting right under that sign right there, and it will be there forever. I think that would be fantastic. I'll even say that we are sponsored by Dead Cat Media. All right, you get me the sign. You see right where I can mount it, dude. It's no problem. Anyway, carry on, Belle.
All right, so Joe again. Class picture day, I guess?
Class picture day. No, dude, it's fucking cold, man. It's we don't have a temperature right now at all. And I can either burn off an entire bottle of propane trying to keep myself warm, or I can just wear a sweater and a coat. So I went with the sweater and the coat. Now, I've also been playing, I got a lavalier mic, which is one of these little ones right there. And I wasn't loving it, though. I was not loving the sound quality that I'm getting out of it. I like the bass. I like what I get out of the SM7B. I like the sound quality. It's good. It's booming. It's bassy. It gives me that radio feel that I like so much. But, with wearing the coat, and you're probably going to see me in a lot more of these as long as it stays cold, then the lapel mic makes a lot of sense. But until I can get the sound quality at least passable to what I get out of this thing here, man, I'm just going to be talking into the mic. Anyway, no, it's not class picture day, dude. I just clean up well. That's all it is. And here you go, Joe.
Lick my balls!
There's your sound effect, brother.
Yeah, say that all the time.
Carry on, Bill.
All right, so Joe again. This set is bonkers. Guy is wearing a suit with a Hanes t-shirt underneath. That's not a Hanes t-shirt.
This is not a Hanes t-shirt, bro.
Wait, there's more. There are samurai swords on the wall. No, none of those swords are of Asian variety.
Nope.
And a coffee mug of bourbon and a card table. That's not a card table. Also an empty chair floating around in space.
Is this Max Power talking, dude? Can you be wrong about more shit that's going on this set right now? You didn't get anything right, dude. That's a little bit shocking to me. I appreciate it. I like the feedback. All right, the sweater is actually cashmere, and cashmere, and it is also from Mr. B. I have very sensitive nipples, so I need cashmere or silk for my sweaters, and I'm not quite into the disco phase where I'm wearing a silk sweater anymore, so we went with cashmere. The coat is actually also from Mr. B's, so yeah. There's not a single samurai sword on this rack. From top to bottom, we got
right, dude.
I have a falchion on top, all the way down to a lucerne hammer on the bottom. There's no single samurai sword that is on this rack, and I'm not sure where you're seeing the chair. Maybe over there on the left, because the studio, the way we have it set up, is that we can reposition everything. That's why we did it, so that if we have guests in studio for any reason, or anybody's out here in studio, so that we can set up, and it's just a natural 5-minute change for us to move it.
He's seeing your boom box.
My boom box? Yeah. I like to listen to music. That's really all it comes down to, is I like to listen to music when I'm out here. So I turn on my boombox and I play Pandora out of my phone. What is hard about this to process, you miserable fuck? Is that it? It's because, you know what it is, Mel? It's because he's in Brooklyn or Queens or some shit like that. He's one of those New York people that talks with his little pinky in the air, because he gets to live and swim in people's shit. So somehow that makes them more righteous. Fuck you, Joe. I got it, babe. You called out the you called down the thunder. Well, now you got it. All right. I'm all day on this, Belle. Go ahead. I see you have something to say.
I do. Yeah, I can actually understand where he's coming from on the boombox looking like a chair, because if you go back to the scene when you watch the replay, and you'll see it kind of does look like the back of an office chair.
It's a goddamn radio, dude. It's a boombox radio, and it lights up, and it's real pretty. So, you know what? Go fuck yourself. There you go, man. I'm speaking in New York now, Bell. I'm speaking in New York parlance. Hey, you, hey, go fuck yourself. You go fuck yourself. That's how they talk out there. I know everything about New York, Joe. I watched every episode of Friends and Seinfeld, all right? I know virtually everything about New York. Carry on, Val.
Wow, that's not how that works. So anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's my fucking show. That's exactly how it works. Go, Bell.
All right, so Cool Cat Cosmos. When people scroll through CoinGecko looking at all the cryptos and arrive at Cosmos Hub, what is the first token they come across? Atom.
Well,
It's incredibly.
sure.
Oh, it goes on.
Okay.
It's incredibly silly to keep voting down, making Atom the gas. All right. I think we must have a bunch of Jerry's kids voting.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
Do you want to finish it up, Bell, or you want me to take this one? I got this.
I'll finish that up.
Okay.
No, we have a bunch of validators that are voting. That's the problem. Atom spends a lot of its income on supporting the huge validator set that they've got, which, okay, yes, if you have your own chain, validators should support the chain. These validators are not. They are taking their stipends when they are paid out, and they are dumping it.
You know, and it's real simple here. I'll put it out to the audience. We're already running long. I can carry on with this. Go over to Kepler. Go take a look. And take a look at the Atom validator set. And you name me the top 10 validators that are on that set. Because one of those is going to say Coinbase. And one of those is going to say Coinbase with 100% commission. Which means that Coinbase is literally farming you. They're collecting their commission at whatever APR it happens to be right now. I don't know. I don't touch Atom, but they're literally farming you right now. That's retail. That's everybody that's holding the Atom token. They're farming you, taking those tokens, moving over to Atom, and they're selling them. This isn't the only chain that they're doing that on, by the way. They're doing this on an awful lot of chains. I'm not saying
and
that
most of them are Cosmos chains. If you guys watch.
Well, yeah, because it's easy. They do it on Atom. They do it on Osmo. If you don't see a Coinbase validator up on your particular chain, I would honestly say that you should reconsider, because not even Coinbase sees value in this, and they get it for free. So, yeah, why I appreciate the direction that you're going with that question, brother. Look, man, I'm going to try change your mind, and you want to own Atom, knock yourself out. But it's a bunch of kids with an ant farm. That's all it is. And they really don't give a fuck if the ants die. What I'm looking for out of Atom, and I've literally written them proposal for our very own app, Aegis. I don't need their money. But anything that will drive value over to that token, I'm there. I want to assist. I offered them a percentage for, a not even a delegation. I said, give us a grant. You give a grant to a lot of bullshit projects out here. Why don't you give one that actually has real world assets and a path to monetization? Why don't we try that for a change? They turned us down flat. They said, nope, no interest in that. What can we get out of it? It's always the same bullshit. What kind of delegations do we? It doesn't matter. But until Atom starts pivoting in that direction, it's always going to be a bunch of kids with a goddamn ant farm. They're just trying things to see how it works because they have no particular skin in the game. They are paid out in Atom. The ICF literally went up there and made a post. They said, look, we're going to liquidate a bunch of Atom tokens to pay for operations. Okay, what are you doing with it? What the fuck are you spending all this money on? Because if you guys are collecting six-figure salaries, and they are, it's not rude as an investor to ask for an ROI on that. Sure, we'll pay you that. How do you drive value to the Atom token? And the answer is always the same. Well, it's really high-level stuff, and you wouldn't understand it. You know what? Try me. Why don't you try me, and let me see if I understand that. But with all of that's going around and circulating around Atom, you got to understand, is a giant slush fund for a whole bunch of kids with no fucking business sense to molest you. And I'm using the word molest because they are taking your money. They're reaching into your pocket personally, taking your money, stuffing it into yours, and then pitching you a great big line of bullshit about all of the good that they're doing for you. Adam just hit number 61 on the top 100 today. It has done nothing but go down. And no matter how long it continues to go down, no matter how long that market cap continues to shrink, you got an army of useful idiots out here that will continue to say buy, buy, buy. And my answer to that is why? And I never get an answer for that. It's always hopium. It's always, it's going to go up. It's always, you just got to believe. You just got to have faith. Fuck you in having faith when you're fucking around with my money. I want to hear concrete steps that you're going to take to drive value to the Atom token. I appreciate the gas argument. It's been going on here for a long, long time. But you are going to need fucking millions of daily transactions for gas to meaningfully move the needle for the Atom token. And there is nothing out here that I see that is going to generate those millions of users as you seem to suggest. It worked for Solana. Solana fed the bug, they fed the casino, they fed the degen narrative. They leaned completely into it, and it worked very, very well for them. But Solana is down 30% over the last 30 days. The narrative is burning out. So what's next? Atom has never had that narrative. It's always been about the tech. Let me let you in on a secret. Nobody, retail investors out here give a flying fuck about the tech. They care about token go up. But your sole purpose out here is to take that money, turn it into cash, and put it into your pocket. You're fucking parasites. You are parasites. And when you destroy what's left of this chain, you will move on to something else, and you will fucking destroy that as well. I am right. 100%. Hate to put a downer. I was having a wonderful, wonderful live stream here, Bell, but you did read the question, and I'm going to respond on my own fucking show. So anyway, please carry on, Bell.
All right. So new type. Bell, I was talking about your girls last stream. Yeah, new type. You're the only one that ever really drops a comment about my girls.
Everybody, what is it with you and your tits, Bell? Why is it that everybody, it seems to be the focus? We're having very, very good discussions here, and it always comes back around to your tits. That's why girls don't belong in crypto. Toot, I'm looking right at you. That's why girls should be in crypto, because as soon as you do, you got a whole bunch of boys that are living down in their basement raping the Atom token, that they see a pair of boobs. And I know even at 53, I see them, and every bit of logic and reason goes completely out of my head. I'm like, oh, boobs. That's it. I'm not going to apologize for that, by the way. But I maybe comment on the content that we're putting out as opposed to my producer's rack, brother. But you know what? We're not here to moderate. You do you.
You know what? Unlike a lot of channels, your producer not only has a great rack, but a set of brains too.
Okay. Well, take those brains. Apply it to whatever question, comment, concern, or observation is next. Bell, go.
All right. So, Joe again, when you were talking about Mr. B's, is this a live read?
No, dude, you act like people pay us. The only people I know out here right now that are getting paid for content are you, Joe. Yeah, you are. And, I think Rack FM is sponsored now. I'm pretty sure that they're a sponsored channel. We never had that kind of success that anybody would actually pay us to talk about their product. I like to look good, and Mr. B's sells very, very good products. They're expensive. My shirts are $300 fucking dollars. And do I look like a guy that should wear $300 shirts? For fuck's sake, I'm wearing shit kickers. Triple tap. These are what we call shit kickers. No, I shouldn't be doing that. But if you're going to, put something on your back, get the best that you can. And yeah, they hook me. They take care of me because I buy a lot of clothes from them. Anyway, carry on, Bell. I don't want to talk about that level of personal with right now. So go ahead, Bell.
All right. So Jack Sparrow, Scott, why would using Atom as gas not pass? Wouldn't everyone benefit?
Sure, dude, but it goes back to exactly what I just talked about, man. Look, for Atom to be successful, income has to exceed revenue. our expenditures. You know this, Jack. You're a very, very reasonable, rational, business-minded guy. And you know that income must exceed expenditures. Gas alone is not going to make income exceed expenditure. Sure, make it all, Adam. I don't give a fuck when I do transactions what the gas fee is. I don't care. But they're so low over here in the cosmos, and the tokens are so devalued basically across the board that it's not even a consideration for me. I have Adam that is floating around out here, not a lot. I think they lost their way. The new skip protocol is not going to get it there. Nobody's going to get it there. The only people that are going to get it there are us. And you can't get Cosmos people to agree on shit because they're all scared right now. Everybody out here is terrified. So they don't want to put their face on screen. They don't want to come on live streams. They don't want to do all this shit. They want to hide and hope that something works out. And you can hope that something works out, or you can make something that works out. And I haven't heard anything from Skip Protocol, the ICF, anything that they are going to somehow make something interesting over here that generates gas transactions. Aside from that, dude, look, let's be honest here, Jack. If here, then nowhere else. People are just flipping tokens over here, and they're flipping devaluing tokens. Before, we used to look for 5, 8, 10%. Now we're looking for 2 or 3. We are fucking desperate out here. Desperate. And the amount of transactions that are happening now on chain over here are irrelevant. 30,000 transactions a day. Let's just pin that right there. At .001 per transaction is going to generate what? About $25 worth of revenue? Do you think that's enough that it's going to move the fucking needle? Not even close, bud. So we have got to build things and embrace things that incentivize people to use the chains over here. It ain't going to be memes, not in the cosmos. It's not going to be NFTs, not in the cosmos. It's not going to be any of those things. It's going to be fucking utility. And how many times have you seen Skip Protocol or the ICF or anybody actually back and talk about the things that are real world assets, which is DPIN? How many times have you seen them lean into that and say, yep, this is the way that we should be going? 0 times, dude. 0. They're all just trying to make sure that you don't sell Adam because they're selling Adam publicly, big, boldly, giving you the finger as they do it, and then they come back and their only message is buy and hold Adam. I am a billion fucking % right on this. Anyway, hope that answered the question. Bell, carry on.
All right, Political. The 100 gig through the squirrel is not the same as what you were offering?
No, it's exactly the same. We Squirrel Logic is only giving you 50. I am paying to give you 100. In fact, if you need a terabyte, message me personally, Scott@ThePodocasts.com. I'll make sure you get a terabyte. It's not pure altruism, bro. All right, it just isn't. I make a little bit on staking on Squirrel Logic Validator, so I actually make money on this because I invested in data futures. I invested in data futures at 2 cents. I don't even know what Jackal is right now. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me because it's not going to 2 fucking cents. I'm going to be profitable for a very long time. And because I'm profitable, I'm going to give back to the community. That's how I'm doing it, bro. All right, get your people together. I will walk them through this every single step of the way. I will walk them through this and show them how to utilize Web3 without being aware that they're utilizing Web3. Help me help you, man. All right, I don't go to your church. I don't know your people. You know your people. Let me hook them up. Hope that answered the question. Bell, carry on.
All right, Brownsburg. I'm sure I missed it in one of the videos, but where did the Sigia name come from and what does it mean?
The Sigia name came from our lawyer.
Yeah.
I want Bell on the screen when I say this. This came from our attorney because there are over 50 Aegis C Corps
no.
that.
50
How many?
pages. There are over 50 pages.
50 pages of people that are using the Aegis name. So even though what we're doing is novel and unique, the cost for us to keep the Aegis name and get it through a C Corp, it was just too high. So I don't know if you recognize what Sigia is. And if you're looking at that sign right there, and it ain't going away, by the way, go fuck yourself. If you look through, I'm sure you can figure out where the name came from. That's it. Now, we went to Webster's Dictionary. We went to everywhere in the world to see if anybody is using the name Sigya, and it isn't. The word itself does not exist anywhere in any written language that's documented. So because we created the word, we can decide how that word is pronounced. And in this case, the word Sigya is pronounced Aegis because it's our word. So we can do whatever we want. Now, I did get an email from the lawyer, Bell, by the way, from Matthew. He said, stop it. All he said. He just said, dude, stop it. All right, just call it Sigya, call it whatever you want. You got to stop.
He's trying to keep us from getting sued because, unfortunately, one of the companies on that 50-page list he pulled is very, very sue happy.
Yeah, and I'm well aware of that. All right, I'm just, you know what? I pay the guy. I want to give you work, Matthew. All right, I want to make sure that you're gainfully employed and that you're earning your retainer. So
he's also fighting the App Store, the Apple App Store for us. So he is working.
And I'd feel bad for him, but fuck, I give you money, dude. All right, earn your fucking hours that you're billing us. Earn your hours. All right, the word is Sigya. The pronunciation of it is Aegis. So, Matthew, get to work, figure out my defense, and you do you, bro. Bell, please carry on.
All right, so Galatasaray, a question for Bella. Which medication do you think most of the Cosmos devs are on?
Ritalin. I'm going to say Ritalin.
Oh, no. I think they're on a combination of Ritalin, Lithia, and probably Trazodone.
Which one of these is the antipsychotic? I know there's one of them in there. I'm sure there is. Whichever one is the antipsychotic, I'm going to say that's where most of these guys are on. But
Trazodone.
Prazodone. There you go. But
no,
I don't understand.
Trazodone.
I apologize. I don't see why they'd be upset. They're being paid well. I mean, to deliver absolutely nothing. So I don't understand why you guys are fucking upset. You got the best job in the world. You can fuck around for 2 years on venture capital money. You can absolutely bury retail as you find yourself. And then you're just simply going to move on to another chain or another project because you happen to know Rust. What the fuck is the matter with you people? Why are you upset at all? Carry on, Bell.
Last comment for the evening coming in from Cool Cat Cosmos. We need more boobs. Maybe that will help Adam.
I've been telling Belle for a long time that she needs an OnlyFans. She needs to just get up there and OF it, be one of those girls. And I promise that her viewership will go up, that the viewership of this channel will go up. Belle, I think it's time that you take one for the team because I've had my feet up on OnlyFans for a long, long time, and I've never gotten a tip. I think you can do better. That's all I'm saying is that I think you can do better. Show of hands. This is how you farm comments, by the way. How many people would like to see Belle's OnlyFans? How many of you guys would like to go up there and see Belle absolutely disgrace herself up there on OnlyFans? And this live stream will give you an opportunity to talk to her directly, not through OnlyFans where you're one of 8, but through a whole bunch of people. Yeah, I mean, you can talk to her directly, man. We don't get a lot of comments. I think that this is a dynamite idea, Belle. I am a little bit shocked and appalled that you haven't taken it up yet. It's your money, honey. All right, go out and get it any way that you can. That'd be a good way. Just go out there, go on OnlyFans, disgrace yourself, destroy any credibility that you might have in this space whatsoever. But you gets paid. I'm just saying, Bell, Hak Tua. Look, it's literally right here. Look, Hak Tua, home of the Hak Tua burger is right here in crypto. You can make millions of dollars. Just come up, start your OnlyFans, get a whole bunch of fans, launch a meme token, rug the ever-loving shit out of them. It's a rite of passage in crypto. I'm a little bit stunned that you're not doing this. And I bet you that the comments will say, yes, I would love to see Bell's OnlyFans. You're looking at the comments. I can't see them. Did anybody come up and say, yes, I'd like to do it? That's why you got that shit-eating grin on, or that shit-eating look on your face right now, because people said yes, huh?
No, actually. Old Man is the only one who dropped a related comment, and he says, wait, are we going back to feet pictures?
Yeah, my feet, dude. And I'm a little bit hurt that you haven't looked, because I have my feet on OnlyFans all the time, dude. And I haven't got I got kind of hairy feet, so I got the Hobbit thing going. But I thought, I don't judge a person's kink. I mean, we go on with Rack FM, and if you want to hear fucked up, listen to fucking Robo Talk, man. That guy has got some darkness in his past, man. I think it's fantastic. Anyway, are we all done, Belle? Can we go? Because I'm kind of hungry and I want ramen noodles.
We are all done.
All right. So I appreciate you guys sticking around with us tonight. I really appreciate that you like the studio, man. We've been working really, really hard on this. We're gonna start putting guests back on. It's time for founders to start coming on and facing the music again. Now, we'll never get Ellis on. Belle will never allow that to happen. But I think that would be the most glorious show that we could ever possibly do, would be that one right there. But for what it's worth, their community is manufactured, meaning that their main account has 450,000 followers-ish, but they make a post and they get maybe 2 comments. Everything about them is just purely manufactured. So if it was in our interest as a show to get them on, I would veto Belle and I'd put them on. I'll deal with her blowback after the fact. But they're going to bring 1 or 2 viewers over here with us, and it's not really worth it to dilute conversation for something like that. But yeah, man, look, I appreciate it. I'm watching Belle just sit here and pound her glass over here on the screen. I should have just finished this all up big screen. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so I appreciate it, guys. But we're going to start getting some of these founders back on here. I'm going to start leaning into Henry. You know who Henry is, Belle? You remember Henry?
I do know Henry. I had multiple very long conversations with Henry.
Yeah, I want you to reach out right after the show, send him an email and tell him he's going to be on the show tomorrow. He will be on the show tomorrow, or I will simply make shit up. And I can do that because this is, the podcast, and I got the big microphone. So I'd like him to get on. That is Henry from Lunar Space. Henry. Okay, well, whatever. You get him on the show. I will work with Henry and schedule him on. However, you can't expect him to be on tomorrow night. Oh, I can expect him to be on tomorrow night, or tomorrow night I'm going to dedicate an entire stream to Lunar Space. Do you really want me to do that without them being able to retort to my concerns? Is that something that we should do? A lot of the podcast people own that token. I think it's time to face the music. So if beef is what it takes to get asses in seats, then I'm going to manufacture beef, even though this isn't manufactured. These are legitimate concerns. I don't know what the price of the LSC token is right now, but I'm pretty sure that anybody who touched it is down, and down hard. So that being the case, this is the place to air grievances. So let's go ahead and do that.
My thought there was, okay, yeah, we can schedule him on the week of March 2nd through 8th.
I would love him on this week. And actually, for what it's worth, I think it would be funny because we haven't gotten a single guest on this show since we went live. Since we went live with the studio, we haven't had anybody on here with the exception of Colonel John. He's the only one who came on, and we had about 4 viewers for that one.
And as far as the crypto space goes, I would rather have the neck up on the big screen and being the first one to actually christen that, other than John, who did chime on Air Force.
And I want the neck on because he's working with some really, really interesting products, Belle. That insurance thing that they have going on over there, the medical insurance thing that they have going on, fuck, man, you have my full attention. So I'll tell you what, we're going to try to get the neck on tomorrow. Belle will message him. I'll message him. I will pressure him into it. But with Ethereum Denver coming up and the fact that we're not going to be live, we need to generate interest in what's actually going to be going out there in Ethereum Denver and why we're doing it. He's speaking at 2 different things. He can speak to them here. So we'll get the neck on for you either Tuesday or Thursday, hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get the neck on tomorrow. I don't give a fuck what he's doing, man. I'll pressure him to get him on. It's just neat shit, and I think you guys need to hear about it.
I will pay for a babysitter for him if he's got the kids.
Yes,
So you can be here.
do we have to pay for guests? Have we fallen that far in the crypto hierarchy that we have to pay for guests? We're not going to do that shit, but
No,
I'll
I'm just
see what I
saying
can do.
if his
Get him on.
wife ditches him, if his wife ditches him, sorry, Amber, not trying to dog you at all. If his wife ditches him and tries to make him, do the parent thing tomorrow night, I will pay for a babysitter.
Yeah, no. He's responsible for the tokenomics of Aegis, Sigia. It's pronounced Aegis. Fuck it. Matt, deal with it. Deal with the blowback, dude. I don't give a fuck. But he's responsible for this. I think it'd be nice that you guys hear from the guy who designed him, why he designed him the way he designed him. Plus, he's got 2 speaking positions up there at Ethereum Denver, and I think we need to talk about those. So I'll do what I can. We'll get him on. We'll make that happen. Anyway, I appreciate you guys joining us tonight. I had a wonderful time. I hope you did too. And I appreciate all the comments and the questions. We like to talk with you, not at you. So I appreciate it. I will be live. Belle, I'm going to save you this. I will be live tomorrow at 0900 Central like I always am. And I'll be much more sober. So we'll see what kind of stream we get out of that. Anyway, Belle, please talk us up. Take us out. Guys, we had a wonderful time. Go, Belle.
All right, again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us this evening, we cannot say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys, and thank you for the comments flying back and forth through the chat during the stream. Those, it was a little hard toward, the 3/4 mark to actually keep up with what was being discussed.
Yay!
We are Scott is, as he just said, is going to be back on at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow morning. I will likely be lurking because I have busy work I've got to get done. Tomorrow evening, though, we will be back on at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. In between now and those times, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to Scott or myself, Scott at ThePodocasts.com or Bella at ThePodocasts.com, and we'll get those answered for you. If you are just sending hate mail, don't even bother to send that to Scott. Send that to Bella at ThePodocasts.com, and the complaint department as a whole will address your hate mail. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you next time.
We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.